Hi, not sure I'm gonna publish this one, but on Corona I've been writing many things and many things that I really need to revisit. I've been admiring some point here and there about China's handling of the crisis, as far as the damage to the casualty. I mean, number of people, right? They started to say 3,000, and then now there's shit. That doesn't make sense. The epicenter and the overpopulated China to show 3,000. Now they just boosted by some number, 50%, or I don't know, one area. So what do you expect? We talk about a very totalitarian system, of communist system, that we enjoy their system actually in West, specifically America, been enjoying their the economy of cheap labor, and got to the point that we wouldn't care, right? How they rule, how this product was made, workers' right, children working in the factories. We didn't care. All things that mattered to us was the price. So here we go. Now we have to really retrospect. This was a good waking call, Just the price was the main and only, matter of fact, factor in our decision to deal with nations. We wanted cheap oil, cheap products. This just at whatever cost. They matter. So here we are in this crisis. Hopefully. So I'm very critical of our own work first. Of course, America is made up of many forces, many companies, and really we cannot judge as one even nation. It's just ridiculous how things turn out to be. I think this hopefully is a wake up. So now I want to ask, if China were successful and we failing. The number of casualties considered, definitely we are failing as a system, and they're winning. That's a fact. But let's just step back, and then let's not too rush to be so judgmental. Yes, the number of casualties and the way we're handling the crisis, I would say yes, we are weak. We're disorganized. We cannot oblige people to follow the rules. We are indecisive about our civil rights, and under that umbrella, we're letting people be, I would say, casual, stupid even, and let them be who gonna be. That's the big problem in democratic system settings. Who gonna make that decision? Like I have neighbors that have party practically every weekend, and no mercy. Doesn't matter to them if there is no corona, they're doing it. And these people, I know, they work in people's houses, they work in the probably nursing homes, and they're young, they're immigrants. As far as they know, I wonder if they know what's going on. Language barrier, cultural barrier. We want cheap labor, right? We have to pay the price for it. That's one. So a good society to me is conformed of the people that form that. It's good as the quality of the people that form a society. So my formula is: the more babies in the world, the more freedom at risk. Because look at the populous countries, you have to have socialism and communists to feed everybody. You just kind of the dictators and they find that there is a heaven for them. Because how else are you going to manage that? But manage smart and educated and limited people demands actual work, intelligent, equally. So dictatorship works with poverty better. And we have a good example: China versus India. Overpopulated China, overpopulated India. Which one is more efficient? Which one you would want to live life in? So population goes well better with the Marxist and totalitarian systems, and the way to go, I think, is education. Smart nations, they have less population, strong border, and they control the population. And is, in a matter of fact, the whole world. We are better off to help nations, in Africa, other places. The world is so connected. We cannot afford nothing for environment. It's for our own sake. We have to help UN and other, bureaucratic organizations, fortunately, but make them efficient, and accountable. So, it takes a lot of free-minded, educated people to bring the ideas on surface, in the free world, and to agree to understand that if we don't spend money against poverty, education by its very nature force people to think, to have, for instance, more kids. They are likely, you see, the conservative, religious, and often, backward societies, they have more problem with the population. Even in a society, the educated sector of the society, they have less kids. Why? Because they measure, they think, they plan. So education is the way to go. We have to make it such a vital for progress, and free is accessible to all for humanity if we love freedom. Health, so much I'm not that advocating that. Let the poor who not making it die. That's just Nietzschean. That's just a nature. But I wouldn't go that as a way to go. I think is education. When you do that, you have to go along with the healthcare. But knowing that they will pay price for not having, having many kids. Either you have to, if you interfere, like what China did rightly, you are labeled as dictatorship, which is true. But other side, look at India. This is very beautiful case comparison the two. So I would say freedom goes with the less populated places, educated people, and because the world is globalization here, whether we like or not, it stays here to stay. Some ways we can have strongest border, which I am pro that. For people who are smart, educated, they don't want to, mesh with the herd. That's just equality, goes with equality. But nonetheless, you don't want in your border also people just pile up and dying, and you just been accused of inhuman, or they penetrate. So you need to fix the world. You cannot escape that. We have to fix the world. I'm internationalist in a good way, I am pro elites of brain, educated and smart and free-minded people, So in that sense, I can be as harsh as it be. But I think smart, educated guests will tell me that we have to propagate. Look at that bird, that's a beautiful bluebird right there. They find a chance to educate, bring the education to the all corner of the world, and hopefully that would bring the barrier to make people. The population of the world is already overpopulated. We have to find ways to cut that. Not mechanic, not through fascism and communist way, but through some, I would say, how do I say, very soft but effective way, and that's only education. That's all I had. I don't think ever this was to publish that, but it's just my mind be recorded.